Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. I'm out and about again with my mom. We are at the beautiful and historic Heidelberg Castle complex in Germany. And in this video, we'll do a very brief look around at some of the, especially the stuff pertaining to stone and a little bit of architecture. In these videos I do out and about, I usually don't go too much into the history and things of that nature because that's not the focus of this channel, and especially in tour groups like this you really don't have much time. But I do want to catch some interesting stuff for you guys, so stick with me. We'll go around, look at some things, get some videos, some pictures, some close-ups. The stone is fascinating. It's some kind of a banded sandstone, really attractive. So we'll look at that, and thanks for joining me. Here's a view kind of inside the complex of Heidelberg Castle. Here's the tower at the entrance that we just walked through. Again, this is all built of that red sandstone. That the stonemasons would mark either the layers of stone that they were laying or just certain stones that were key in their process of calculating payment, and then they would be paid. Another thing we see here is just evidence of how many uses this place has had over the years. So here it looks like there were probably plaques or something laid in the wall, and obviously they're long gone. Here we are inside one of the archways, and from the outside this looked almost newer, and that's what I was suspecting, but then you come down here and you can see these stones are also quite weathered. Again, you see the beautiful cross bedding, the patterns of the sandstone. Look how weathered away these are. So you just wonder all the different people, animals, history that has walked through this archway over the years. Here's just another view of obviously an older portion. I think I mentioned earlier that construction began again in the 1200s and continued through many centuries, so you see all different kinds of structures in here. And similar, again referring to the video I did of the church in Cologne, the Cologne Cathedral, these structures require constant maintenance and patching and things to keep them safe for us to come. So as you can see, there's a lot of work going on here even today. I always enjoy seeing aspects like this in ancient structures such as this. So you can see there were originally larger windows, then they were filled in, then smaller windows were put in. Here you can see where they filled in an archway, put a window, put a door, and then later filled in the door. Just over the centuries, the purpose of the buildings changes. For example, in the accompanying video that I did a few days ago of the Cologne Cathedral, I forgot to mention in that video that it was actually used for Napoleon's stables during the Middle Ages, when it was halfway constructed and then the construction had been abandoned. So you'll see that in many of these these older structures in Europe. Our tour guide was explaining to us, and I don't remember all the names. I know Charlemagne is up here. I think he's up at the top. Anyway, these statues are kind of a commemoration to all the people, if I understood him right, kings and just different people that had to do with the construction of the castle over the centuries. And a fascinating way to keep records. I took a video, which I'll show later, of what appears to be a newer portion of the castle where the sandstone is nice and smooth, perfectly cut blocks. And these are older, and you can see the veining has weathered out, soft spots and hard spots according to how they're layered. So I'm assuming this would be a much older part of the castle. Here we are looking over the edge from the terrace of the castle, looking down on the city of Heidelberg. Just wanted to show you guys one more view of kind of the front of the castle as you face the town. Looking down, our tour guide was explaining that, as with most castles, you can never say that a castle was built in such and such a year. Like many such things in Europe, they took centuries to build. Usually they started as a fortress for military purposes and then eventually became home for royalty or whatever, but almost always the military aspect started first. In one of the wars with France, I can't remember what the name of the war was. I'm going to take a picture of the sign, which is in German, for you history buffs. But this tower was blown in half, so it gives us a rare opportunity to see the internal structure, just how much stone they used. As I mentioned, the castle, as most castles, first they are built militarily, and then the good looks and beauty come later. Here I am actually in line to go to the restroom, and I have a chance to get a close-up video of the material in the wall. You can see this beautiful cross bedding in the sandstone. This whole castle is built of this sandstone. I'll try and find out what sandstone it actually is so I can put it in the text. Anyway, very cool. This is obviously a newer wall, again up by the parking area. Just want to show the cross bedding, the red and the yellow. We have some sandstone similar to this in the Midwest in the United States. I imagine these are caused by similar geologic processes. Anyway, just wanted to show you one more rock. There's always time for one more rock. All right, the bus is firing up. I better get over there.
You got a face on it, see that? Like the eyes and nose.
I wonder if somebody carved that.
You know, I got it.
Interesting. That looks just like a face, sure enough. Well, thanks for joining me today on this look at Heidelberg Castle. Hope you've had a good time. It sure has been fun. And we'll see you on the next one.